Hey, hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Corvus Cornix, so welcome to Closet Movie Rambles, where I talk about all the movies that I found in my closet while cleaning. This week's movie is 38 Weeks Later, and it's about 1 hour and 36 minutes long. And it starts with two people cooking food. This is Dawn and Alice, and they're actually cooking food for a couple of people. And not for long, there's a knocking on the door. There's this kid running from infected, and then the infected gets in. So the main character, Don, leaves his wife Alice behind with this kid, and he escapes to a boat to this guy called Jacob. And Jacob gets infected, but Don managed to escape. And sometime later, this virus that was part of the first movie, 28 days later, gets eradicated, and London becomes like a free zone, or they're about to clean it up. And there's this we pick up on Don's kids, which is... let's see here, it's Andy and Tammy, and they arrive at the airport, and there's this commotion about kids, and they don't know how the virus actually affects kids, even though it's been around for a long time. And Alice, Tammy, and Don gets reunited, and he has to basically tell them what happened to Alice, and he lies about her dying, which is not a good thing. And the next day, the kid sneaks up to the old house to basically pick up some stuff. So on the way to the house, the kids get spotted by a sniper, and when they arrive at the house, they look around a bit, and then they actually find Alice alive, the mother, and she gets taken in so that the medics can check on her blood sample. And it turns out that she's actually infected, not infected, but she's like a carrier, so the virus doesn't really affect her, but she's carrying the virus. And then Don has to talk to his kids about the whole ordeal of him lying about the death of their mother. And then Don goes actually in to talk to Alice, and then he gets infected by kissing her, which is a real stupid thing. And another stupid thing about Don's position, he's like in control of a block, so he has this access key that gives him access to everything. And he just walks in there and gets infected, and that's the start of the new pandemic. He just goes around biting people and spitting blood, and everyone gets infected. And there is code red because of this, and the kids, Tammy and Andy get separated, and they get reunited sometime later. And they also get in contact with this sniper because there was this order with the soldiers. When there's a code red, the soldiers are supposed to kill everybody because there's a risk of infection. So that's that. But he's renegading against his own kind, the other soldiers, and they go out. And sometime during this, there's like a decision by high command to firebomb the entire city. So now there's this party that tries to survive, and they end up at a carnival, like an abandoned carnival. And of course there's more infected there, and there's this crazy helicopter pilot. They're supposed to pick up the sniper, but the sniper lied about, I guess, bringing more people. So now this crazy helicopter pilot has to deal with the zombies, and he does so by flying with his rotor blades close to the ground and chopping off limbs and heads, which is a crazy thing to do, but he does it. So the other guys are on the run now, and the sniper actually gets killed off because they try to start a car, because there's like a gassing situation, try to kill infected with gas, because that works for some reason, I guess. But it gets burned by like flamethrowers, and the other managed to escape into a subway where there's all of this like darkness and stuff. And there's this main medic that's been with the team for a while called Scarlett, and she gets killed by Dawn, but because throughout the movie Don, the father, has been infected, but somehow his brain is working. I don't know how that works because he's infected, but he actually bites Andy that got lost in the dark, but somehow Andy is not affected by the bite. He maybe has some genes from his mother, like something like that. It's not really explained, I think. But then Tammy is forced to kill off Don, and they manage to get out. There's like a big stadium where the helicopter pilot agrees to pick them up and fly them away. And then the movie ends with the whole zombie outbreak, the whole thing ending up in Paris. Zombies storming the Eiffel Tower, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. So what do I think about this movie? It was okay. I enjoyed the first one a bit more because it was, I guess I like the characters more. And the characters in this movie make all the wrong decisions, even though they are supposed to be survivors from the previous kind of event. And they act like total idiots at certain times, like give the infected woman a kiss. That's a good idea. I don't know, maybe maybe go see the first one instead of this one. That's a good advice. So anyway, thanks for listening and or watching, and take care.